All right, dude. Well, Cerberus has checked in.
Okay.
And I think we haven't had Cerberus on the show in, 4 or 5 months?
In a while.
At least 5 months.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
But I was surprised to see there was a call from Cerberus, and this is the return of Cerberus.
All right.
Put down your beers and listen up. It's time to get educated when Cerberus speaks.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Cerberus. I'm extremely disappointed. I thought you were professionals. You expect us to believe you can't pronounce Philippe and Sendimo's name? Liar! Here's the deal, Nelly. Y'all need to do some homework. Instead of putzing around with your head on a pillow while the V goes Dan-tan to worse your sperm spigot. I was so confused, I fired up the Google machine to determine who this assembled guy was. I got distracted by an email from Adriana, who I don't remember. Luckily, she's coming to my area. I'm going to get her a job and maybe a place to live. So she gave me this code. Shit, where was I? Oh yeah, the arson anthem legend, Phil Selmore. How do you fuck up a name like that? It's not like, Ginwi J Mel Yingwai J Maleinstein, or even Jeff with a G. What kind of a pompous prick puts an O in Jeff? You gotta be kidding me. That guy isn't metal. Anywho, don't forget your responsibility as metal experts to provide accurate information to the ignorant, unwashed masses. Hail and kill. The job!
God damn it, that was good.
Cerberus is hysterical.
Your sperm spigot.
Yeah. While the V is down there washing your sperm spigot.
What in the hell, man?
Fix that goddamn thing, will you?
Hey! Fucking microphone.
Don't you hate that?
I do, man. I'm going to have to switch mics, I guess.
So he's ripping off my Pittsburgh accent, talking about the V, the fact that I can't pronounce Anselmo.
Yeah.
Man.
You're getting killed on that Anselmo thing.
I know. Cerberus is just picking up on everything.
Your sperm spigot.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
That deserves a second play.
I think so.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Cerberus. I'm extremely disappointed. I thought you were professionals. You expect us to believe you can't pronounce Philippe and Sendimo's name? Liar! Here's the deal, Nelly. Y'all need to do some homework. Instead of putzing around with your head on a pillow while the V goes Dan-tan to worse your sperm spigot. I was so confused, I fired up the Google machine to determine who this assembled guy was. I got distracted by an email from Adriana, who I don't remember. Luckily, she's coming to my area. I'm going to get her a job and maybe a place to live. So she gave me this code. Shit, where was I? Oh yeah, the arson anthem legend, Phil Selmore. How do you fuck up a name like that? It's not like, Ginwi J Mel Yingwai J Mal Lamestein, or even Jeff with a G. What kind of a pompous prick puts an O in Jeff? You gotta be kidding me. That guy isn't metal. Anywho, don't forget your responsibility as metal experts to provide accurate information to the ignorant, unwashed masses. Hail and kill. V-job!
V-job?
V-job.
V-job.
I think so.
Wonderful. I wonder how Jeff will react to that.
I don't know.
Cerberus putting the smackdown on him, too.
Well, I can't side with that personally. I have to take the side of Geoff Tate on any kind of smack thrown his way.
Sure.
It's Jeff with a G.
It's because you're a kiss ass.
No way. I just respect the greatness. It's because you don't.
Doghouse emailed me last week, and he said, "What the fuck, man? Your phones are out. Mr. Tate is very upset, and getting a temporarily unavailable message on the horn isn't helping."
That's not... What is wrong with this shit tonight? God damn it. Look at this shit. What the hell? I'm beating on everything possible.
Everything?
I'm beating on the fucking board, the mic. I'm turning all the goddamn knobs. What the fuck? I might have to buy a new board.
Might have to. I'm not sure.
This board sounds like it's about dead.
Well, hang on a minute. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, look, it's Geoff Tate. I was wondering if Jeff would call.
Well, that's good.
Well, I would like to say that... Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Geoff Tate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man of eloquence, sagacity, wit, and exceptional breeding.
I am shedding my metal cloak. These days, I prefer a friendly game of backgammon.
The most refined and cultured songwriter and wine connoisseur of the modern era.
I am obsessed with sex. I'm paddling ham right now. I am wearing a smoking jacket. Nothing boorish comes from a man in a smoking jacket.
The voice of Geoff Tate's Queensryche?
Full frontal nudity.
Mr. Geoff Tate.
Jeff with a G. I play the saxophone.
I didn't think it was proper for me to bring you on the show without your bumper there, Jeff, but go right ahead.
You interrupted me.
I did. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Neely!
See that it doesn't happen again.
Please don't, Neely.
Now, the reason why I called, I would like to say that it has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with this voice from the peanut gallery that occasionally calls and leaves voicemail messages. I mean, what kind of a coward is that?
Well, he's our mysterious guest from beyond. We're not even sure if Cerberus is of this earth.
The fellow has all week to sit and write out his commentary.
True.
Plan what he's going to say. And he probably has the little thing that says, to listen to your message, press 1. So he can listen back and make sure it's perfect. No. Does Geoff Tate do that?
No.
No, he does not. Geoff Tate...
Geoff Tate is an original.
Well, there you go.
Geoff Tate is live and loud and proud and in your face.
Well, Cerberus is a hack. What can I say?
Absolutely. I would expect nothing better from your peanut gallery. Now, you did mention, you did touch briefly on some hack, I'm sure, who's putting on some sort of metal on ice sort of extravaganza.
Yes. Sean Kelly.
Who is this?
Well, he's a Canadian guitarist. He's done some solo projects, played in Helix, played with Alice Cooper. You know,
just typical metal hack, Jeff.
I was about to say, played with Alice Cooper. In other words, he's a hack.
Yeah.
Well, but you've sung with Alice Cooper, have you not, or toured with him? I know I have. I've seen you with Alice Cooper.
Yes, that is true. You take what you can get in these days.
That was previous management, right, Jeff?
Of course. Susan would never do this sort of thing to me. Even if she did, I would understand. But as I say, you take what you can get. And Cooper has always, I should call him Mr. Fernier. He has always surrounded himself with hacks and sidemen and hired guns and
Sure.
the Kerry Kellys of the world. That pretty much says it all, does it not?
It really does.
But what I would like to get to is that I, Geoff Tate, for the upcoming winter tour season, we will be putting together, I'm probably speaking prematurely, but as you are a close personal confidant of mine, I will say it anyway. We're putting together Mindcrime on Ice.
Okay.
Sounds fantastic.
Of course, I mean, who else but Queensryche? Who else but Geoff Tate's Queensryche? I have always tried to bring culture and sophistication to the boorish, beer-swilling metal audience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have done musical theater and cabaret and wine and all manner of other things. What about figure skating?
That has been missing from the repertoire, Jeff.
I absolutely adore figure skating, and I want to share this passion. As I am someone who lives life to the extreme, I want to share this passion with the folks out there, the folks at home, the Peanut Gallery, if you will. So, I have teamed up with some high-caliber figure skaters, and we are going to put on Operation Mindcrime on Ice. It will be touring small venues because we want to get close to the fans, We want to give the fans an up-close and personal experience.
So how small is a small venue that's big enough to ice skate on?
Are you familiar with the AHL?
No, but I'm sure you'll enlighten me.
That is not the National Hockey League, but there is also the American Hockey League. It is a sort of smaller market professional hockey association, if you will. They play venues such as Hershey, Pennsylvania. We will be playing in Hershey Bears Stadium.
Oh.
Among other places.
Did somebody have to tell you that? I mean, I don't envision you watching something as boorish as hockey, even if it is minor league hockey.
Certainly not, but, to further my career, I do occasionally do a bit of, research. I don't just jump into things the way I jump into pussy. Where my career is concerned, I must, take a bit more care and precaution.
Correct. Agree.
Well,
there's no such thing as a condom for your career.
Well, speaking of jumping into pussy and ice skating, even at this age, Jeff, would you consider shagging Dorothy Hamill?
I would consider that greatly. It's funny you should mention that. It's something that it's on my bucket list, as it were.
Really?
Dorothy Hamill is?
Why not? I mean, I came on your program, so to speak.
What about Tanya Harding?
Unintentional pun. Well, of course I would do that. But as I was about to say, I came on your program not long ago, and I mentioned that I've got the hots for Betty Dodson and Beverly Whipple. That is my dream threesome. And both of those ladies are, quite above the age of Social Security. But I would definitely go there. Oh, my God. Gray hair, saggy tits and all.
Tanya Harding isn't even that old, and she's still got the saggy tits going on, even at 30-something years old.
Let me tell you, partner, it don't matter. Geoff Tate's hitting that. It's time for a Jeff sandwich.
Yeah, she's kind of a dirty trailer trash kind of girl, isn't she?
Well, we've talked about that before. I can go there. Variety is the spice of life.
Dude, Jeff, I have to interrupt. Only because I just had to Google and look. Beverly Whipple? Yee.
Well, he said she was way beyond the Social Security age.
Ooh.
The things that woman knows. Let me tell you, if she don't know it about carnal knowledge, it ain't worth knowing. That's what I got to say. And
She does have a video out there, how to have an orgasm.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something else. Betty Dodson, she's 84 years old. She is currently married and has been married for a number of years to a man who is, I believe he is about 50 years her junior.
Oh, my God.
True. It is the truth. They met when she was 72 and he was 25.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Let me just tell you something. That man, Betty Dodson, she knows how to satisfy a younger man and keep him happy.
I guess so.
I guess so. Good Lord.
Good Lord. Look at her.
Talk about us. She does those Kegel exercises. I bet even at 84 she's got a snapping pussy. You know the kind. Toes to toes, your nose is in it, and nose to nose, your toes is in it.
Yeah, but Jeff, she was born in 1929.
The golden age of jazz and Broadway and big band music and all that sort of thing. I think we would have much in common.
29?
You fucking Wikipedia jockey.
Look, I had to look them up. I don't know these people. My range only goes about 50-year-olds.
Well, it is not my fault that you are an uneducated ignoramus.
Well, Jeff, I'm sorry that I don't know people that were born in the 20s.
Wikipedia is the opiate of the masses. It
Maybe
makes them
so,
feel
but
like
I
they
get
know
it.
things. It makes them feel as though they know things that they are on the same level as, educated folks like me.
Jeff, I would never, ever put myself on the same pedestal as you, but I just
You
needed
better
to
not,
know.
because there is not room on this pedestal for people like you, Christopher.
Just look, as long as your cock is there, there's no room on that pedestal.
Absolutely not. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay. Why?
Well, and it's my cock is it's the when it comes into the room it sucks all the air out of the room. It's like but nothing else matters when my cock is in the room. Now, speaking of upcoming projects, I'm always on the lookout for interesting cover songs and
Sure.
to reinterpret in my own special way.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking with my good friend Richard this week.
Okay.
Richard
Of
Earl
course, I'm
Beach?
Richard Beach?
Yes, I'm talking about Reb Beach, for those who don't know. For those who are, the Johnny-come-latelys.
Yeah.
Well, we discovered a little song. Are you familiar with a band called Autopsy?
Yes, sure.
All right, they're one of the, what do you call that music they play?
What, industrial or?
No, it's like dead metal, dying metal.
Yeah, like death metal type thing?
That's what I'm looking for, death metal. And, well, they have a song that Richard is quite fond of, and it is called Shit Eater. And I thought, it's something that Geoff Tate has never done. It's something that Queensryche has never done in the past. Those other fellows would never allow me to do something so unique and innovative as to reinterpret a death metal song into a jazz funk interpretation.
Okay.
A little bit of a loungy soul music kind of thing here.
Sure.
And of course we could not, such a sophisticated musical arrangement, we could not keep the title Shit Eater. We must have something like Scat Cat Boogie or something like that. This Scat Around Town or something like that.
Sure.
Scat being a double meaning, of course it has the meaning that Richard likes, and of course also the scat has a long history in jazz and all that sort of indigenous American music. Scat, when you scat, you just sort of, bibbity boppity boo, Miles Davis, you just sort of make up words.
Right.
You know about scat,
Yeah,
right?
it was a forerunner to rap.
So yours will be what? piddly puddly poo?
Yes, improvisational jazz vocals. Now, I would like to pleasure you, if I may, with a bit, help me work out some ideas for the melody of this our new interpretation of this song. Would you mind if I ran a few ideas by you?
Please do.
We're always good for creative writing.
All right. I've never really, used fellows like you as a sounding board for my musical ideas, but I feel like, there's so many ways I could go with this piece of music that I don't know where to start, but as it were. Now, I'm thinking of a little bit of a Barry White type baritone, fuck music kind of 70s funk soul deal, like in the air, turd ring dilating, matted butt hair, anal vaporizing, give it a squeeze, my feast is emerging, yeah, give it to me, let's begin the purging. What do you think about that?
Well, would you add your signature saxophone to that?
Absolutely. And perhaps, dispensing with a drummer, perhaps we could have a human beatbox. Maybe perhaps Dougie Fresh is available.
How about a butt bongo box for that?
Absolutely. A little bit of... Oh, hold on. Miranda, please. Need you. I need you for the percussion section. Oh, shit. Exactly.
Do you allow her to speak that way in your house, Geoff?
Her mouth will be washed out with soap as soon as I, fill it with something else.
She was just reciting lyrics, right, Geoff?
Absolutely. Now, stand over there. All right, now. A nice little R&B rhythm,
Right.
I open my mouth. Oops, hold on. I open my mouth and catch it as it drops. I chew and love it brown and soft. I squish the crap between my teeth and my tongue. With a shit-eating grin, I lick till I'm done. And then here comes the sax solo. Sort of a nice, relaxing melody. I'm a shit-eater. Here comes the falsetto. Steaming, chunky hunk of log. Taste it, smell it, eat it all. Maybe one turd, maybe two. Whatever I can get from you. Hey! What do you think?
I think it's an instant classic and a hit there, Geoff.
It's pretty sexy.
What do you think? Perhaps it should start with the falsetto vocals, and maybe the last bit should be sort of a spoken outro.
Well, I'm thinking the run up to the lyrics could be more like the kind of a smoky, bluesy saxophone intro, kind of like Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty style. And then you get into the main meat of the song, the lyric, and then it just kind of fades out into the, like a very sexy saxophone solo. That's what I'm envisioning, Geoff.
That is certainly worth taking under advisement, I must say. Neely, you've shown musical aptitude that I would, with your Dokken records and your London and all this other, Drek that you play, Drek and Dross that you immerse yourself in. I'm surprised and I'm impressed that you show such fortitude.
Well, I enjoy metal and classic metal and hard rock, but that doesn't mean that
very boorish.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily just immerse myself in that. I do have other outside tastes.
Well, I'm certainly glad to know that, and it's very gratifying. And something I had not known before. I mean, I thought Chicago was the extent of it.
It's all I've talked about on the show, Geoff, but I'm a deeper man than that, much deeper.
Well, that is certainly... well, I can't tell you how glad I am to hear someone branching out and stepping outside this circle of metal, this turd ring, to quote from the song, this turd ring of metal.
I'm liking this. I mean, I have a different vision for the song, but I don't think you would like it as much, Geoff. I think that this song fits Say that again?
Maybe a little bit of turntabling, some...
No. I actually hear these lyrics fitting perfectly into the tune of the Damn Yankees song "High Enough."
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me just give that a try.
Give that a try, Geoff, with your skill that's far beyond mine.
Well, as you know, I am familiar with the song you mentioned because it was popular at around the same time as was Queensryche's much vastly superior hit "Silent Lucidity."
Of course, they stole the idea from you.
Of course. Now, as in the air, turd ring dilating, but hair matted, but hair ain't no vaporizing. Give it a squeeze, my feast is emerging. Give it to me, let's begin the purging. Do, 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 do. I open my mouth and catch it as it drops. I chew and love it, brown and soft. I squish the crab between my teeth with my tongue. With a shit-eating grin, I'll lick it clean, your bung. Where's the pre-chorus?
It fits, right?
Steaming chunky hunk of log. Taste it, smell it, eat it all. Maybe one turd, maybe two. Whatever I can get from you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Potential.
It could work, and you could probably call that a cover.
A cover. It is what the youngsters call, I hear Miranda say these words. Oops, I forgot to turn my R. Miranda. She doesn't like when I mispronounce her name, you see.
Not.
It's what Miranda and all her contemporaries call a mashup, if you will.
Sure.
Now, a mashup is when you take one song and you combine it with another song to get an entirely new creation. Now, who would ever consider mashing up, and Reb Beach is pitching a tent, as I say, mashing up. Who would ever consider mashing up the Damn Yankees and Autopsy?
I'm thinking that with this subject matter, it would be mushing up.
Well, I think Reb would agree with you greatly, and in fact, he's pulling on it right now. And I would think everyone would agree that it would be one of the most extreme collaborations in music history. And of course, I am all about living life to the extreme.
That's right. We saw that in your EPK.
Oh, shit. Richard, you got that all over the back of my head.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have to start calling you Pee-wee.
Holy shit.
Don't say that, you'll get him going again.
Geoff, you're just into some very controversial activities these days.
Miranda, bring me a towel, wet, please.
And some disinfectant while you're at it.
Absolutely.
And bring Reb a plate.
Absolutely.
You might need a gallon of Perel.
Ugh.
that fellow needs more than that. He needs, well,
Scope?
he needs to go out on the road. He needs to tour. He needs to get some road pussy. He needs to exercise these demons of his. We're getting him a separate tour bus.
What color will it be?
Brown, of course.
My goodness.
What did you think?
Just a guess.
And a very good one indeed, I must say.
Wow. Well, Geoff's has been quite interesting.
Absolutely, and I've enjoyed myself, except for Richard's fountain of youth, as it were.
Well, I still think you need to incorporate a Jerry Rafferty style saxophone solo into your mashup or your mush up, as it were.
Well, it's coming, so to speak. I just don't happen to have the sax handy. It's in the shop. It's having one of the reeds repaired. But I'm certainly glad we had this little conversation. It got the creative juices flowing, so to speak.
It's definitely
and otherwise.
It's definitely food for thought.
Absolutely, it's creative and other juices. I will, last week when your phone was fortuitously not working and I was not able to telephone you and speak my piece about this review that you read on the air. And I was quite upset by that, but I don't feel quite the same way. That was just another voice from the peanut gallery, another hater, another tater hater, as it were.
I feel
probably employed in some way by the Crimson Glory camp.
Probably.
The Crimson Glory holes and whatever. Crimson Glory. It's what happens. It's what used to happen when every month or so with Susan. Fortunately, no more. So,
right.
I can fire at will.
The Crimson Glory holes.
Wow.
I don't even want to know. But, well, whatever. As they say, and as my African-American brethren say, as I will say to you, and I will end this conversation on that note, fuck all y'all, motherfuckers. Tate, out.
And there he goes. Wow.
Whoa.
Geoff has really taken a turn for a... he's got a different bent on life just since his introduction to Richard Earl Beach.
Richard Earl is teaching him some things.
He is. He's led him down a whole different path.
Well, I have nothing to say about that. Oh, my God.
I'm starting to worry about our friend Geoff.
Yeah, me too, a little bit.
Wow. So you say John wants to come on at the top of the hour?
He's ready. He's
right.
Texting me this minute saying he just got out of the shower and he's got lobby call at 7 a.m., so call if we're going to call.
All right. Well, let me play a quick song and we'll get him on the phone.
All right, sounds good.
All right. The new Dokken release, the latest one from Dokken is Broken Bones.
Will you play Blind?
No.
No?
Let's play the title track.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, here's Dokken with Broken Bones, and we'll be back with John Levin.
Cool.
Exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Hey, this is John Levin from Dokken, and you're listening to the Classic Metal Show. Rock on.